Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be doing a test of the Garvee 14,000 BTU AC unit. This is not a window AC unit, it's a standalone unit that has a pipe that goes out the window. I've never personally used one of these, but we're going to do some pretty intense testing. We're going to put a watt meter on it, see how much watts it uses. We're also going to check how it affects the humidity in the room, how fast it can drop the temperature, and overall, is it something that you guys should be buying from Garvee. So it comes in a nice big box like this. Let's go ahead and unbox it together and see exactly what we're getting in this box. It's not overly heavy. We are going to be installing it in a room upstairs, but I didn't want to carry the whole box up there, so we're going to get it out piece by piece and then go from there. So here's our hose. This is what's actually going to go out the window. So in my opinion, it's probably going to be a little easier to set up than a window unit. But that's that. Then we have some insulation material to fill gaps and stuff so that anywhere the window is still cracked, we can close it with foam. Looks like instruction manual, remote. Here's our cable, some more foam padding that we'll need to use at some point. And then here is the main unit itself. Let's see if it has any handles on it. Yes, it does. And this thing is pretty damn heavy. I'm going to cut the box out from around it. That's probably much easier. The unit felt heavier than the box. Right. Well, that's easy enough. Get our first look at this thing. Nice, big, thick power cable. And this does just go onto a 120 volt outlet. You don't need to do like 240 or anything like that. And let's get it out of this plastic here. Here is the unit. Let's take a look at everything we got on here. Timer, fan speed, temperature control, different modes, cool, fan, dry, sleep, high, low, medium, our on button, timer. On the back side here, we have a nice big filter that you can remove like this. And then we'll check out some of this other stuff once we start doing our installation. So one of the nice things about this is it has wheels. So once you get it close to where it's gonna go, you can use the wheels because it is pretty heavy. I mean, I don't know exactly, but that's at least probably 40 pounds, I would say. So here's the plan. We're gonna crack this window about 6 inches up, and then that's gonna allow us to put our drain hose right here, and then it comes with a little sliding piece right here that you can use to kind of cap off the rest of that space, because right now I feel hot air blowing in, and you definitely don't want that to happen. So that's the plan. First, let's go ahead and attach the hose, and then we'll attach this to the window. So the square side is going to attach right here, and I believe it's pretty easy. I mean, I think you slide it down in like that, make sure it's engaged on both sides, and then it clips in there and it's good. From here, you can extend this out. An important thing, you don't want to kink this, like do any crazy hard angles with it. You want to make sure this tube is as straight as possible. So we'll leave it somewhere like this so it can get up to the window up there. The next step is to install our window piece. The tube will hook up into this spot right here, and then there is screw holes here so you can actually put a screw and set this to the right size. Though I could not find a screw in mine, you'll just have to use any from at home. No big deal there. So we'll set this in here, make sure it's on both sides, get it all the way out, and then lower down the window. Perfect. And already that is basically closing off all of the hot air. Now, if you wanted to, this would be a good opportunity to use these pieces to put them on the bottom and the top to basically close off all your air gaps. I'm not going to do that in this demonstration. So from here, go ahead and pull this guy out, and it looks like it just clips right in here. And there we go. Make sure that's nice and tight so it's not moving around on you. And this is moving out the window now. So I'll show you what we got so far. Now this unit can do dehumidify as well as AC. I didn't know that. And it's basically when it's dehumidify, it's gonna fill up an internal reservoir and you can empty it through this tube right here, or you can actually attach a hose right here if you have like a floor drain or something. So it can do both, which is really nice. And then from here, we're basically ready to go. So I'm gonna plug it in, set it to cool, and then we'll use a timer as well as a humidity gauge here to make sure that we'll do a time lapse and see how quick it works. One thing to note is I just brought this one from outside, so it's still a little hot compared to the one in here. Little gates opening up. This does also have a remote. So right when I hit on, it defaulted to cool. And let's see how low this thing can go. 64 is the limit. I do have some AC units that will go lower than that, but 64 is pretty dang cool. So let's go ahead and just start our time lapse here. We're starting at a temperature of 74. So let's see how it does. And once it gets down to temperature, we'll also put a watt meter on it. Sorry guys, I had to interrupt the time lapse there. So it's been 8 minutes. Looks like it's dropped it, I think maybe 2 degrees. I noticed that it's on low, and I wanted to plug in the watt meter here. So right now it's only pulling 53 watts on low, but I'm gonna turn it on to high for the time lapse. That's probably a better way to do it. So if I hit this fan button here, now it's up to high. And we can see we're only at 58. So I don't think the actual compressor has turned on just yet. All right, there we go. The compressor just turned on. Now that's more like it, 1100 watts. So if you don't know, an outlet can only handle about 1440. This one is rated for that, so I'm okay. But just keep that in mind that you really don't want to share this with many other items on the same outlet, because that is pretty close to the limit. And 1440 is what you can run 24 hours a day. So you obviously wouldn't be running this that much. But it's really putting out some air up to 1158. Now we'll start the time lapse. So 16, 18, and we're at 72 degrees. All right, so I stopped it a bit early, guys. There's a bit of, it wasn't the most scientific thing. So this one where the fan is blowing is much colder. It's 68.5 over here. But I am noticing an issue. So the compressor just kicked off and we're nowhere near the 68 point whatever, or 64. You can see the compressor's off. I wish this would show you what the temperature this unit senses, because it thinks that it's much colder in here than it is. Otherwise it wouldn't be turning off the compressor. So it does work very well cooling, but I think this room is almost so small for it. And there is a reason you're not supposed to get a super high BTU unit for a small area, because it's going to kick off and on the compressor like that. So that's the issue. What's going on here, this thinks it's colder than it is based on these readers, but it is outputting some freezing cold air when it's going. And I felt this tube and it did feel like a ton of heat was leaving through there. So pretty sweet unit. It's awesome that it can also do dehumidifier, guys. Definitely check this one out. I will have links down below to this product as well as my Amazon deals site, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.